Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Yes, my name is Richard Obita. I am the Director of Technical Services with National Information Technology Authority, Uganda, representing our ED at this event where we are launching the free Wi-Fi at the equator here in Kasese, Chikorongo. We want to thank the government, of course, through the Minister of ICT for giving us this opportunity to partner with UTB, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities for this great opportunity. We've collaborated in terms of connectivity, and tourism is actually one of those sectors that is very critical for our country. So we've supported it in terms of enhancing connectivity in this place. The tourists can then be able to instantly share pictures, live videos, and it is free Wi-Fi at this location, and it's going to be 24 hours. We've opened it up for the marathon tomorrow. All the routes are covered actually through free Wi-Fi. So that is the partnership that we have with UTB, and we hope this partnership can even go on and on and on, even to the other sectors that we are supporting. We thank the government for this opportunity, and we hope that our runners can have a good experience about Kasese being a marathon tourism destination. This is not only a NITAU event or UTB event. We are actually inviting Uganda, as you know, whether you go east, west, north and south, Uganda is actually a tourist destination. But specifically, why we're here in the Kasese today is that tomorrow we will be here for the Rwenzori Taskalite marathon. And as part of the event, we've also come in to support. This is actually one of the government support that we are bringing on board. But specifically Kasese is indeed, Kasese has held this marathon before. Last year we were here, and even this year. And we've been actually informed by our marathon team that we have about 33 or 34 countries that have been represented in this place. And that's why for us as NITA, as government in charge of ICT, we want to ensure that the tourists that come here are connected to the rest of the world, and they can easily share information, live feeds back home, and connect with the rest of the world. And that's why we're here to promote.
Amanya gange nze Emily Nakazi nga nkola mu kitongole kya National IT Authority Uganda, ekitongole ekivunaanyizibwa ku kutuusa ebyempuliziganya n'ebya teknologiya mu ggwanga. Ekitongole kyekimu ekyo kyekiwabula gavumenti mu nsonga za teknologiya. Olwaleero tuli wano e Kasese ku equator empya, tutaddewo kye tuyita free Wi-Fi, omukutu gumugatta bantu ogw'obwereere. Ekigututeesezaawo wano tukwataganye ne bannaffe aba Uganda Tourism Board okuba nti tuwa abantu empeereza ennungi nga bwe batugamba bulijjo nti ebyempuliziganya bye bigatta ensi yonna. Twesanze nti abagenyi tufuna bangi abajja wano okwekubisa ebifaananyi, okwegomba Uganda, naye engeri gye batuusaamu obubaka obwo ku bantu baabwe ebadde erimu ekizibu, nga bamala kuvaawo ate ne balyoka bagenda ne baweereza nti banaye tuli wano. So kati tuleese omukutu ogw'obwereere gwe bayita NITA free Wi-Fi gwe tuleese gubeere wano abanajja wano kababe bannayuganda kababe nga bavudde bweru babe nga basobola okusaasaanya amawulire ku kkula lyaffe lino erya Equator. Kyenkakasa kiri nti eno Equator yesinga obulungi mu Uganda bwe basi mu Africa. So ejja tuleetera abalambuzi bangi, ejja tuleetera ssente nnyingi ng'eggwanga, ate tetukomye ku eno. Tugenda gatta n'endala nnyingi, tourism sites zonna across the country. Tugenda kuzigatta zibe nga ziyina empeereza y'emu eno, abagenyi baffe ne bannayuganda bonna babe nga basobola okuweereza obubaka buno n'abantu ababeera mu bitundu ebiriraanyeewo nabo bagattibwe ku nsi yonna, kuba kati ekitugatta ffenna ku nsi yonna kye kintu buli omu kyamanyi nga internet. So awatali internet buli omu abeera mu kasonda ke, naye bwe tuba ku internet ffenna tubeera mu nsi emu ate engazi. So abasobola okukola ebyobusuubuzi, ebyobulambuzi byonna, lwakuba nti kaakati ekyenjawulo ekiriwo gavumenti ng'eyita mu National IT Authority Uganda ebireese ku bwereere. Bwereere tosasula, ogenda bugenzi ku ssimu yo n'ogenda wali wifi n'oselectinga nita free wifi, bw'omala ogiselectinga n'oconnectinga n'otandika okuweereza obubaka n'okukola ebintu byo byonna nga bw'obyagala. Mwebale nnyo.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Now, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. This was said by Walt Disney. Welcome back from the Tourism Express, proudly funded by Uganda Tourism Board. And welcome to our corporate news. It's starting off with our tourism marketing news. The Uganda High Commission in Pretoria has launched the Southern Africa Tourism Roadshow in Johannesburg, kicking off a week of engagements to promote Uganda and strengthen tourism cooperation, trade partnerships and regional market linkages across the region. And speaking at the launch, Uganda's High Commissioner to South Africa, Ambassador Paul Amoro, said Southern Africa remains one of Uganda's fastest growing tourism source markets, driven by strong demand for premium wildlife, adventure and multi-destination travel experiences. Let's have a look at this launch.
And a warm welcome to the official launch of the Uganda Travel Trade Roadshow, Southern Africa. It is my great honor on behalf of the government of Uganda and the Uganda High Commission in Pretoria to open this vital initiative that brings together many of our finest destination management companies from Uganda and here in South Africa, and a broad cross-section of travel trade professionals from across Southern Africa. I thank each of you for joining us as we begin a week of engagement, exchange, and partnership building that will shape the future of our regional and continental tourism. This roadshow is a timely and strategic mission. Over the next 9 days, our delegation will visit 6 dynamic cities, including the Great Johannesburg, where we are, Durban, Cape Town, Gaborone, Windhoek, and Harare, where we will hold business-to-business workshops, trade showcases, cultural evenings, press briefings, and networking sessions.
The participating South Africa tour operators have always heard that Uganda is home to more than 50% of the world's remaining gorillas. They've been shocked to know that our product is beyond the mountain gorillas. Uganda has a very, very deep, varied product offering, from cultural tourism to religious tourism to adventure to the nightlife. There's so much. They were in awe of what Uganda has to offer. They couldn't believe that Uganda has much more than the gorillas. So this platform has been very eye-opening for the South Africa tourism trade. They have understood actually that they can package things even beyond the gorillas so that people come to Uganda. Even for Nyege Nyege, many of them are planning to bring people to Nyege Nyege next year. So this has been a very eye-opening platform for all of them to understand what Uganda has to offer and why Uganda is the Pearl of Africa. Uganda is the Pearl of Africa because of the depth, the range and variety of its tourism offering.
Last year, we had the maiden roadshow, and indeed we were able to track that there has been a spike in the number of visitors that are traveling from South Africa and the 5 other countries that I've mentioned. Our interest, especially knowing that South Africa is having one of the most robust tourism sectors, it receives premium visitors from around the world, from Europe and all of that. It is now critical for the industry players in Uganda and in Southern Africa to come together to discuss opportunities and start to engage in joint destination marketing. So packages will be created where the Ugandan counterparts, the South African tourism operators, will now be on a daily basis selling Uganda also as part of their package, and the counterparts in Uganda will be doing the same.
And from our supplementary appropriations, the Parliament of Uganda has considered a supplementary budget to the tune of 8.104 trillion shillings, categorized in 3 respective schedules. The funds include 1.696 trillion shillings and a Schedule 2 that brings hope to the road infrastructure projects, which had stalled for long after government suspended the activities due to a lack of funding. Of the 4.757 trillion shillings and Schedule 3, the House approved the 469.5 billion for Electoral Commission to organize the forthcoming general elections. Let's have a look at this session in Parliament.
Which falls within the 3%. The House, chaired by Speaker Anita Among, has extended the resource envelope for financial year 2025-2026 to 80.480 trillion shillings from 72.376 trillion shillings, which was approved in May 2025. This follows the supplementary budget passed by the House, which returned from recess on Tuesday afternoon.
79.46 billion for procurement of handy horse for 7 million households. So soon we are going to have handy horse.
The supplementary budget was categorized into 3 schedules, including the mandatory funding, which falls within the 3% of the approved budget. This witnessed a tune of 1.652 trillion shillings, including shillings 656 billion required for classified expenditure, welfare and special operations by the President.
Uganda Police Force to ensure that there is adequate policing during elections. 183.03 billion.
The chairperson of the Budget Committee, Patrick Isiaji, presented the schedules, which brings a sigh of relief to the road sector. Government recently suspended 7 major road constructions due to lack of funding. The House has considered up to 1.69 trillion shillings to arrest the inconsistencies. Among the key roads include the Mubende Chenjojo, Jinja Kampala Highway, Tororo Busia, Nakauka Chisubi, Nakauka Nateite, and Nakauka Maya Road, among others.
Iganga Buropa Kamuli. Iganga Buropa Kamuli. You connect properly. This is for the former speaker and the current speakers implemented.
More critical oil roads, especially in the oil city, have also booked spaces in the supplementary budget considered. The MPs hailed government for considering the funding for the road infrastructures.
So the request being laid in here, I hereby support it on behalf of the people of Bale, Kayunga district.
The additional resources accommodate the 469 billion shillings to Electoral Commission to organize the 2026 general elections. This is amid concerns that the biometric voter verification system, as acquired by the EC, could create more hardships in the election process.
Colleagues, let's take note that Electoral Commission has managers organized and brought machines, but they need money to make the payment. It was not provided for those biometrics.
Ibrahim Semujunganda claimed in his minority report that most of the items presented did not qualify to be emergencies. He accuses the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development of smuggling more items contrary to what was presented in the Budget Committee.
The minister brought 6 trillion, the chair is reading 8. Even me, a member of the committee, senior member, I don't know how they rose from 6 to 8. Items can be smuggled in or removed before formal tabling. Yesterday we even had a throat food factory with no money, with no source of money, but it had also been put here.
Important to note is also funds of about 7.9 billion shillings to facilitate the commission of inquiry into a land dispute which was instituted in 2023 but lacked capacity to function. Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
And regarding our agribusiness updates, the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries has launched a 5-year Power for Food Partnership Uganda program to strengthen regenerative agriculture through use of renewable energy. The program will run from 2025 to 2029 across Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda and Ethiopia. Let's take a look.
Says the program will support value chains. The Power for Food Partnership Uganda program will link regenerative agriculture with renewable energy solutions for smallholder farmers, SMEs and cooperatives to increase productivity and build climate resilience. The Commissioner for Food Security and Nutrition, Julius Twinamasiko, says the program will support value chains through improved planting materials, pest and disease control, among others.
So we want to look at sustainable ways of using the environment, enhance agricultural production, also looking at sustainable and renewable energy. So this nexus of looking at things in a comprehensive way, agriculture, renewable energy, the environment is what we call a nexus that will give us sustainable food production.
The program aligns with Uganda's national priorities under the National Development Plan for industrialization, green growth, energy access and inclusive economic transformation.
If we improve the practices in the agri-food sector, we manage properly the land, we create more soil fertility, soil health, then we will be resilient. If we also tap or add in this agri-food system solutions like solar solutions, like biodigesters for post-harvest management, then we're going to reduce as well the post-harvest losses.
The program will operate in more than 15 districts, which will advance decentralized renewable energy, support productive use of energy markets, and enable local companies and financial institutions to deliver viable technological solutions to rural communities.
Soils are restored and landscapes regenerated, and when energy powers irrigation, storage and value addition, we unlock higher productivity, reduced losses, stable quality, stronger farmer incomes, and predictable bankable demand for green energy. This creates a vicious cycle, benefiting households, creating markets, and protecting the environment. So, regenerative agriculture and renewable energy become very evident as one of those that will provide very clear solutions to what we are looking for.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
And concerning the textile sector, a private sector has partnered with universities and the textile industry to cut waste, promote a circular production, and challenge deep-rooted misconceptions about textile education. The Methodate project, a 3-year consortium involving 10 universities in Ethiopia, Kenya, and Uganda, introducing a modern science-based textile course designed to build textile skills for a more sustained future. Let's have a look at the report.
Unlike traditional programs that emphasize garment making, the new bachelor-level course covers scientific understanding, fiber technology, material chemistry, and recycling processes.
S is self-employment. As they give you the skills, you can employ yourself, open a shop, workshop, and then security. When we talk about the security of a country, we talk about the military. With the military, we talk about the bulletproof. So those programs will give the science of the textiles. Like how do you make a bulletproof? What's required?
With the competition from the second-hand clothing market, experts say Uganda could remain a consumer of imported garments.
To transform this sector into a driver of green growth, innovation, and competitiveness, we must rethink how our universities and partners engage with industry, government, and communities. The Methodate project gives us exactly that opportunity.
The project also seeks to counter widespread misconceptions around textile studies, particularly the belief that enrolling in such courses inevitably leads to a career in tailoring.
So when you tell them that I'm doing a Bachelor of Science in Textile, for them what comes into their brain is purely you are going to be a sewer. You're just going to sit on a sewing machine and start. Yet actually it is a science, it's an engineering, so really have to struggle hard to educate the population or the community about what.
A textile and chemistry specialist at Chambogo University, Professor Wanyan Aaron, says the blended course will be offered across partner institutions and tailored to the needs of the local industry.
The best of this project is to make sure that there's a link between the industry and the university, so that we find a way of introducing new technologies which will help us as a country, as an industry, to make sure that we limit or we minimize on the waste that are thrown out in the landfills and the other places.
The project will also train students and academic staff to build capacity in recycling and material recovery.
And of course, let's have a look at the rates of Forex as they stood on 2nd December 2025 by the Bank of Uganda. Starting off with the US dollar that bought at 3,597.91 and sold at 3,607.91. By midday, the dollar bought at 3,568.41 and sold at 3,578.41. As it closed in on 2nd December, the buying rate was 3,565.86. And the selling rate was 3,575.86, while the Great British Pound bought at 4,712.64 and sold at 4,725.85. The Euro bought at 4,140.32 and sold at 4,151.93. From the neighbors, the Kenyan shilling bought at 27.56 and sold at 27.64, while the Tanzanian shilling bought at 1.44 and sold at 1.45. From South Africa, the rand was buying at 208.54 and sold at 209.13. Now, and of course, for you people in business that are struggling with businesses, as we wrap up our business here on GMU this morning, a little takeaway for you is that success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Coming up is the agenda with Julie. My name is Joan N. Moronji. Good morning, Uganda.
Talk of the day on UBC.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.